let's dive right in. NAR settlement. This isn't us discussing the settlement. This is discussing what are the actions, activities we can take, not mid-July if the settlement actually goes through, but what can we do right now to position ourselves ahead of the curve?
This isn't going to be anything new necessarily, but it's just going to be a reminder that we really have to sharpen the axe and be professional on both sides, whether it's a listing presentation or a buyer presentation.
So I want to get really tangible with this. I think number one, value proposition. If we don't know what our unique value proposition is yet, we need to figure that out right away. And maybe we figure that out through looking at what others have said about us, looking through our reviews, past emails and text messages to figure out, man, I see a common theme, a common thread where people that have worked with me are saying this about me. That's a strength. That's the North Star of my value proposition. Or maybe we take some time and figure out, what do we want to be known for that's unique, right? Because this is about differentiation. In the absence of differentiation, we're commoditized. And when you're commoditized, as in any industry, price becomes the big negotiator. And we're not trying to get our commissions reduced, right? If anything, I want to see agents command whatever commission they feel they deserve. So I think having a unique and strong value proposition is really critical. And one way to do that, you and I were discussing this earlier this week, is using ChatGPT, taking your bio, information about you, feeding that into ChatGPT and having that spit out a response, asking ChatGPT, based on this information, what do you think my value proposition might be that I might bring to the market to create clarity and differentiation for me and my business?
Absolutely. And I'd add on to that and say you could even take on your previous testimonials, reviews, recommendations, throw those into ChatGPT and ask it to find some common characteristics, strengths, and skills that you can use in that UVP.
So giving ChatGPT as much context about you and what others have said about you as possible to figure out what your value proposition is, or asking past clients, asking people that know you, or figuring out, I've got a niche, I've got something that's going to make me stand out, that's going to cause people to go, this person is valuable and I need to do business with them. So that's number one, value proposition. Number two, service offering. How do we come up with our service offering? Because we really take for granted what we do. We just go through the motions. And at one point, I want to say it was a month ago, there was a post, a copy and paste post on social media. I think you remember this, where it talked about real estate agents and how much money they make or don't make. And it listed out, here's all the services, all the things that real estate agents do. And there were 100+ different things, right? That's the service offering. But how can we put that together in a more professional way? The way a doctor might, or an attorney, or a CPA, or an accountant, or a financial advisor, right? That makes sense. And they're going to share that maybe on social, maybe on video, maybe on their website, in a blog post, definitely in a buyer presentation. But give me your thoughts on that service offering that I think buyers need to be really clear about.
Yeah, I think it's really easy for real estate agents to just glaze over all of the services that they do offer, especially to buyers. Like you and I both know that they do more than just open up doors, right? They are, skilled negotiators. They handle a lot of, handle a lot of paperwork, but they also include strategy in protecting their interests. And so really making sure they're communicating all of the details they do with regards to the contractual obligations and protecting their clients' interests, their financial interests, and making sure that they're making good decisions throughout the process, that's invaluable. And there's a number of other things that they can communicate as well, whether they're like additional value offerings. I've heard of some agents having a tool rental or a truck rental that they use to offer value, or VIP access to different events and things like that as the transaction culminates and they move through life. There's really no limit, I don't think. But the important thing is to really identify what it is that you do that is different, and making sure that you communicate those tough concepts about the actual real estate transaction itself so that they can see, wow, there is more to this than just opening up doors and shuffling paper.
Agreed. And I think listing those out, but also equating those to you saving somebody money, saving somebody time, making the process smoother, making it more fun. Wouldn't it be great if the process, there was some sort of enjoyment to it? There was some happiness, some fun to it. My third thing is proof. How can we prove that we are creating success for others, that we're bringing some level of enjoyment to it, that we are, again, saving people time? We're simplifying a really tough and challenging process. For a while there, agents were leading with this concept in their branding and in their marketing saying, I make the process so easy. And I just think nothing's easy about buying or selling a home. And let's not even kid people and say that it is. And second, people aren't looking for that because they know it's not realistic. So when you say that, I automatically go, man, you know what? How credible is that? Are you really making it simple?
Are you giving away all of my secrets to make this as easy as possible for me?
Yeah. Are you really making this easy? It's not easy. Let's talk about how hard it actually is. You know what I mean? Let's talk about the challenges that could potentially come up, right? I think we need to show the other side because a lot of folks are waiting for that buy me button to be added to Zillow. Buy this house now. And frankly, is that in their best interests? Is that realistic? If that was, it'd already be there. But frankly, it's not. And so I think people that have experience buying homes understand the complexities of the transaction. So if you're just working with those folks, they're going to know your value. They're going to know the value of a good real estate agent. But first-time home buyers, people that don't have much experience in the space or maybe are coming off of a bad experience, they're going to question what you do. They're going to question the value that you bring to the table and the cost that's associated with your services. And I think what we want to do is remove those questions, answer those questions. I'm not saying we overwhelm them with all the complexities of it and what we do, but why not? Let's show them, here's everything that goes into this. This is not easy. And making sure that you've doubled down into social proof, right? Ratings, reviews. People trust other people's experiences with you. So making sure that your Google business profile is optimized, up to date, has reviews in it. And then you can look at further ways to show proof that you're creating success, that you're worth it.
I think it's really important that agents really think critically about the experiences they have and that they have with their clients. Just like any job interview that you go on, the potential employer is going to ask you about obstacles that you've encountered and how can you showcase that you are, number one, human and that you do make mistakes. And sometimes there are challenges, but you are strong enough to overcome them and navigate them efficiently. So that's really what you need to be able to communicate and taking the time to actually do that. And you can even showcase some of this on your Google business or in your social media. This is great storytelling for you to add. People enjoy seeing you succeed, and everybody knows that we're human and that things happen, whether it's by mistake or by accident or just unforeseen circumstances. It's how you react to all of these things that come at you that really is going to make you shine. And that's really the only thing that you can control, right, in this world is how you react to things, including this whole NAR settlement. Yeah. So let's get on it and do what you can.
We've got a little bit of a perception issue in the business where people perceive that we are not worth the commission that's being paid. And not everybody believes that, but I think there are some folks that believe that. And I know there were some really popular, famous, maybe even some politicians that have been speaking about that. And in order for us to avoid a potential reduction in commission, we need to be able to justify every dollar we're asking for. And again, I think good storytelling can be helpful in that. Creating awareness to what it is that we're doing, how we're overcoming challenges and obstacles to create success for folks. And again, how we're saving them money, how we're saving them time. And time equals money as well. So again, I think there's a lot of opportunities to take advantage of this time right now. And there's a heightened focus on you, your services, the cost of your services. Take advantage of this time right now. Be the trailblazer, be the educator, be the trusted authority that you are, and educate your people on what it is that you do in a unique way. And that will help you justify your commission and keep you in this space because frankly, there will be some fallout for those agents that don't offer a high level of value. And it's unfortunate. All right, you guys, hopefully this was helpful. We'll see y'all soon.